Well, my name's Trent. I'm with Bobby and Noah as well. We're all three co-owners. We have 2 auto repair shops. We employ 15 people. We just bought another auto repair shop, and we also have a car lot opening on January 1st.
Wow.
Our question is, what are the key KPIs we should be watching to measure if our growth is too fast, too slow, or just right?
Okay. The rule we use around here, and it's helped us with this, and we'll have to talk it through with you guys, is exactly what's going on. But the military has a rule in the middle of a battle. There's a battle line, the forward soldiers fighting on the front lines, and they do not advance the battle line, faster than they can get 3 things to them: gasoline, food, and ammunition. And so if the battle lines, if the soldiers advance faster than they can get gasoline, food, or ammunition, they're going to get killed because of the lack of one of those. You follow me?
Yes.
So I don't want to grow my business faster than my supply lines. Now, in my case, around here, what we did is we flipped that metaphor and we said, okay, what are the things at Ramsey that if we get past those, we're growing too fast and we're going to tip over because we're getting top heavy or we're getting it out over our skis. You follow me? And so with us, the 3 we figured out is it's technology that runs the business, runs the systems of the business and things like the website and so on. Cash, and quality humans, people. So if we grow so fast that we end up hiring a bunch of doofuses because we get in a hurry, we're over our skis and we end up having to draw back, right? If we grow out past our money and we get all stressed out on the edge of the money, the cash is running low, we're not going to do that at Ramsey, but people do that, right? That would cause you stress. And around here, if our technology doesn't keep up, we end up having to backtrack and reset to the old technology until we can get the stuff moving to go forward. So with you guys, I would suspect at least 2 of those are true, that you've got to have quality people to man those shops, not only mechanics, but leaders in the shops and on the car lot.
Right.
Because if you got people in there that are screwing up the cars or they're buying bad cars to put on the car lot or they're making bad deals on the cars you're selling on the car lot, then you're going to lose money because your people are screwing it up because you grew so fast that you put a doofus in there instead of going slow and getting a good solid thoroughbred turning the wrench or managing the wrench turners or so on. Is that making sense?
That makes sense, yeah.
So don't grow faster than you can get good people, or that's too fast. You're over your skis. And with you guys also, it's going to be the cash position. Because you get around a freaking car lot, you're going to get in debt in a heartbeat if you're not careful.
Yes, I've learned that.
Yeah, everybody wants to run a floor plan. Everybody wants to just sign up with the bank and we could, if we had 3 more pieces of inventory, just slow down. Just slow down. Grow at the speed of cash. Grow at the speed of cash. And I would say those are 2 with you guys that probably are the same as us. I don't know if you've got a 3rd one or a 4th one. You might know better what that is. What do you think it might be?
Definitely the bays can limit us. If we get too many big jobs going, the bays can limit us up. That's definitely one thing. And then finding people who are competent but also carry our values as a Christian company. That's hard because you find people that are really good at fixing cars, but they curse and they're not good around family, and it's difficult. But that's the keys. Yeah,
nobody wants to work around there because they're scummy. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, I understand. That's hard. Yeah, so the people is a limiting factor. The bays. Let me think about the bays. So if you're scheduled too far out, you're going to lose customers because you can't. Somebody's got a car broken. You can't say we'll get to you in 2 weeks.
Right. Right. And if we got too many big jobs, like if we have, let's say we have 18 bays and we've got, 10 or 11 of those bays tied up with big jobs like engines or transmissions, you can't pull a car in there that you need, a quick strut job or brakes, anything like that. When you when you got the bay tied up. And that engine's got to run before you can pull it out.
Yeah, yeah. So if you got your number of customers beyond your capacity, might be a limiting factor then, right? That might be a supply line. So
Yes.
it's like a scheduling issue. And you know what's going to end up happening there probably that might help solve for that is you start figuring out what your high margin jobs are, and then you don't mind turning away the low margin jobs. So for instance, if those engines that are tying up those bays are a high margin job and the strut's a low margin job, which I suspect is probably the opposite of that, but if that engine is tying up the bay for 2 weeks and it costs you 22 strut jobs or 10 strut jobs, you don't care because there's so much margin in it. Or vice versa, I don't need to take that engine job. I need to send that to somebody else that's in that business so I can keep those strut jobs running through there because I got a lot better margin in them and I can do 10 of those while I do one engine or whatever the number is. I'm making that up, okay? That's probably not accurate. In other words, I don't know what the crap I'm talking about. But
No, you mean the struts are definitely higher margin jobs.
Yeah,
and our technicians like them better because they're easier. So.
Yeah, and they're in and out. So you may want to limit the low margin, slow jobs that stop up the bays.
Right.
And just say that's not. You need an engine rework, and here's a company over here I'll send you to that's a friend of ours, and they're going to do a great job for you because we got to keep this bay open. That's assuming you're full. Right? I mean,
we're always full.
Okay. Yeah. Because you do a good job and you don't lie and stuff. Yeah, there's that.
Right. I mean, if you take care of people and we don't upsell.
You can't beat them off with a stick in your world if you do a great job and you don't lie.
That's right.
Yeah. So, what I would do is do some analysis on the jobs on this third one and say, all right, if I've got the bay tied up, the average engine job takes X number of days, and that means I can't do Y number of these other quick, high-margin jobs like brakes and struts. And so based on that, I'm only going to allow so many bays to be tied up with an engine out of my 18 or whatever I've got available. Does that make sense?
That makes sense, yeah.
And then so if an engine one comes in, that means you're going to turn it down. You're going to send that business to somebody else. And you got to find some friends you can help make their business better because you would rather not have you'd rather not have 18 engine jobs going.
Right.
Or 17 or 16 or 15. You'd rather just have 2 or whatever the number is. I don't care what it is, but you guys put a little bit of math crunching to that and a little bit of discussing of your philosophy. Because every one of these things in this supply line metaphor that we're using, in my case, technology, people, and cash, in your case, cash, people, and bay usage, or whatever we want to call this third one, every one of these requires saying no to something that is good.
Right.
I can't grow because I would rather not grow right this second than grow. My only option is to grow with a donkey that's going to cause me trouble in my team, and I would rather not grow until I get that solved. So you're saying no to growth because you don't want your soldiers to be out there starving to death without ammunition and gasoline because they get killed. And you're going to kill yourself. You're going to get out over your skis. And so but it requires this emotional discipline to say no to growth until I can keep my supply lines lined up, until I can keep these bays running at the efficiency level we've all decided they need to run, the ratio of high-margin quick jobs to low-margin slow jobs. What's that ratio? And until we get dialed in on that and until we get dialed in on cash and on people, we don't add the next thing. We don't add the next thing. And that's a hard emotional discipline, but it'll keep you from being your own worst enemy with growing too fast. You guys are studs, man. Way to go. I'm so proud of you. What great business. And you're thinking so high level. You're gonna be so big. You're gonna make so much money. You're gonna help so many people. I'm so proud of y'all. Well done, Trent. Good job, guys. Very good stuff. Very good.